Meditation, intimate experiences with the divine through contemplative practices. A common sentient series by Sacred Stories Publishing. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. Rumi. A time to choose. We find ourselves right now in the age of great transformation, one of the most consequential moments in human history. These are indeed the times that the great prophets and seers throughout the millennia have spoken about. Mankind has experienced and survived many eras of tremendous change, of course, yet with each turn of the spiral, the permutations become more amplified, as if there will be one final revolution of the cycle that turns it all around, so we can start anew.
Hello everyone, welcome to the next normal. I'm your host. Welcome back. I'm Sister Jenna as well. So I hope everyone's doing really, really awesome. I'm down with a little bug. It's a little bug. I'm on my tail end days, but I have to tell you the last week or so has been very full, very full. And I wanted to share with you maybe something personal that all of us as a family are going through currently. I went to Vancouver to keynote at the Accelerate Women Entrepreneurship Conference. By the way, it was well organized by the Grow Your Biz, ran by Barbara Mowat, and myself and Dr. Ivy keynoted for the gala, and it was exceptional, of course. It went dramatically well. And on my way back, I got a call from the family, from Santosh, that Mom, Sister Gita, has gone into the hospital, that she was unresponsive on Sunday. On Sunday, she was unresponsive. And I meant unresponsive means just what? Just lethargic, quiet, dehydrated. Did something happen? And they were like, no, she's just unresponsive. And I thought to myself, I didn't feel her. Usually when you're very close to another person in life, you can feel them saying goodbye to you, or you can feel them coming to you as a soul energy help. You can feel that if your mind is clean and clear and not stuck somewhere where you are worried, scared, or filled with desires. Generally, the soul is wired to be able to pick up the feelings or the needs of ones that we love. I'm not quite sure if you were aware of that. Your loved ones don't even have to tell you what they need. Your clean and clear and pure mind can know what they need and fulfill that. So I said, okay, I'm just not feeling it. And so on Monday, Antonia said, Sister, I really think you definitely need to be here. I think Sister Gita's leaving us. And I paused for a moment, and I went inside myself. I said, why am I not feeling her? Is she that connected to Baba, to God, to that divine light, that supreme being, which I know she is, by the way. She's been practicing Raj Yoga meditation for about 40 years. And so from what I've known and seen of her is an unwavering, intimate, private, but very public, loving connection to Source. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've felt it in her vibrations, and Many people have felt it just looking through her eyes. They could feel this energy of God's pure, unconditional love pouring through her eyes. I'm not sure if I could put up a picture of Sister Gita on the screen for you to see her. For those of you who have never met Sister Gita on the Spiritual Vaccine or on America Meditating Radio, she was always my little cohort where we always spent time together. But I couldn't feel her. But when I got back in from Vancouver, I went directly to the hospital after I freshened up, and she was unresponsive. And I looked at her and I said, Sister Gita, you know you can go. And that's her on the screen. You know, you can go if you want to. It's okay. Just come back and find me. In the Raja Yoga teachings and at a personal capacity, I know that we're souls. And the soul never dies. It never dies. Unless it has broken all of its attachments, it then goes home to Baba, to God. But if there's still some unfinished issues where I still feel that something is lacking, I didn't complete, I didn't fulfill, then it will come back and it will give it another try, right? So I'm whispering in her ear, you can go, I'm okay. Just find great parents, bring them to me. I'll guide them about meditation, Raj Yoga when you're in their womb. And then we'll do service together again like we used to. No response. And then once or twice she opened her eyes like a little bit. And then she held my hand a little. I mean, I know the soul is still there. I just couldn't understand why she was in this state. Anyway, the nurses of Fair Oaks Inova Hospital, they're the best. They're really in it for the care of their patients. The nurses especially, I want to extend a heartfelt, unlimited, warm love, appreciation, and total blessings for each and every one of you. So yesterday, we've been spending the whole day. Santosh spends the night, or Antonia. And today Rashmi went early in the morning to be there with her from 4 a.m. until onwards. And yesterday she kind of revived. From what I saw on Monday and Tuesday, I said, this is not the same. What's going on? And yesterday when the nurse, Shanaz, came in, she says, it's a miracle. And I thought to myself, the blessings of many, her accumulation of good wishes, our love for her, our karmic connection with each other. But I was looking at the fact that I've been on non-stop travel, keynote at Times Square for Earth Day, Vancouver, next normal in the mornings. Sister Gita is down. I came down with a cold. My body's taxed, and it doesn't stop. And I was looking at people at the airport and a variety of souls. People on the streets. The same case that we have in the USA of people taking fentanyl or these drugs that make you limp over. They also had it in Vancouver, where people would just like limped over. And I thought to myself, what is it? No judgment. I had no judgment whatsoever. And I thought to myself, what is it like to live in another person's shoe? Example, today we're making Jamaican jerk tofu, which is Sister Gita's staple dish. The same dish she gave to Oprah Winfrey at the United Nations, and danced with her, by the way. The nurse, when I was leaving last night, said, how do you do it? I mean, no, you don't have to do that. How do you do it? And I just said, you know, as I was walking out, we never know what someone's going through. We never know what it's like to walk in another man's shoe. And that doesn't mean somebody who is addicted to drugs, going through a divorce, is in an abusive relationship, who might be a multi-billionaire, multi-millionaire, your next door neighbor, your brother, your sister, your father, your husband, your friends. You never know what somebody's going through and how they're coping with it up here. Sometimes they can get extremely scared, frustrated, angry, worried, stuck. There was a woman that came into our ICU next to where Mom is, and apparently she's going to pass away. And there was another man that came into another 2 rooms down the road, and I believe he passed away. And the families were really in despair and crying. So I just walked around giving as much good wishes and vibrations and healing, knowing at the same time I too might be losing our sister Gita. She too might be moving on to another role, to another body, to another space and time. But still I felt like, what is everyone going through? And I was talking to Baba and saying, Baba, please make them strong. Just let them see your light and feel your light, that they can cope with things that they no longer have any control over. If it was up to me right now, I'd just like to be curled up in bed. But the drama is such that it's saying, I need you to do this. This has to be done. This is a need. This is an emergency. Just all of that goes on, yeah? Just never know what someone is going through. And why am I saying that? The practice of empathy and the practice of compassion and the practice to sometimes just step back and wonder about your own life and your own existence is what I think we all need to do as a civilized humanity. Far too often we criticize, complain, blame, or just, become really ugly people because we watch other people being ugly people, unkind, thoughtless. But I have seen in relationships and with the many souls that I have encountered in my own journey, what is the soul going through? Maybe they just need me to just be a little bit more understanding. Maybe they just need me to be quiet as they heal through their process. Maybe they just need wisdom, a hug, a smile, maybe a gentle eye. Maybe they just need to be alone without the feeling of you judging them or criticizing them. You never know. It's important for us to become very empathetic and compassionate, even if souls look like they're doing great and they're living the high life. And why not celebrate? But you never know what's going on with anyone, how they're managing and how they're coping. And so today's show is not just about sharing with you personally what we're going through as a family these last few days, but it's also to try to expand our compassion and our wisdom in our heart. I sent out a notice to our WhatsApp group of our BK leaders, many of who have called and texted, and some centers said that they were doing meditation for Sister Gita, and some were so beautiful in calling and just really sending me a really warm message, who really cared about what we were going through as a family. And just my ability to update my global family, because we are a family together as one. And to know what's happening to each of us, especially to special instruments who have really loved God intimately and purely, I've often found that those are some hidden jewels in our spiritual community. But I have learned about the power of good wishes and vibrations at a collective level, and how I could feel like they were understanding what we were going through. So I just wanted to let you all know that it's been a unique few days. We've been burning the candle in both ends, and everyone's good wishes. And I don't know if you've ever had to take care of a parent or a loved one who looks at you as if they've never known you or they've never seen you. Imagine on so many occasions I will go to Sister Gita and she just looks at me and, who are you? And here you are taking care of someone completely who doesn't even know that you exist. And they have no memory of you. And I've just thought, that too is love, isn't it? That too is love. You know, that too is love. So let your compassion and everything widen, because you just never know. You've got to keep, I'm begging you, be the best you can for yourself and for others around you. And if for whatever reason sometimes you get short, it's okay. Pick yourself up. Tell yourself you still love yourself. Keep moving forward. Don't be too hard. Don't be too hard on yourself. But I do want to just remind everyone, the energy of compassion and love is the need of the time. It is this love that will fuel you and keep you going. It is this love that God, hooks into you and say, I've got you. And He works through you in ways that you'll never imagine. So many of the family members have been coming to the hospital, taking blessings, giving good wishes. And nobody gave me good wishes. Well, some, right, Santosh? Some. Of course, they're all giving me good wishes. But everyone's attention is on Sister Gita. And I would just observe the scene. And I kept saying, you really don't know what someone's going through. Each person has a story. And I have to just keep being always compassionate, empathetic. I think in the hospital when they would look at me, it's like, I'm fine, everything is good. Yes, everything is always going to be good. We're all God's children. The soul never dies. But the body, relationships, situations, based on how you think, determine how we feel. But it's time to expand compassion and empathy and to understand what souls are going through and to be more thoughtful about the people around you. So I just like to maybe just take a moment to pause in silence just for our sweet beloved mother, sister, friend, partner. And I just want to invite everyone that's watching now that if you have a loved one that has dementia or is in the hospital, this moment of prayer and love is for them, but also for you. So just take a moment and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and release. And just acknowledge the energy behind your eyes. You, the soul, you never die. You're immortal, eternal, imperishable. And your original and eternal religion is love. This love is God's presence working through you and helping you to do more than you can ever imagine. This love that flows through you from God will help you to uplift others around you. Let the love that you are, and let the love that God is, the one who's the ocean of love, flow through your being and complete you and fill you. Let this love heal. And let this love really save lives. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Put a big smile on your face. Send your good wishes to your loved ones. Check if you're treating them right. And check if you're treating yourself right. Om Shanti. I was just curious, Santosh, if we could check on what chat would say. I'm just curious on what does it mean to walk in another person's shoe, if it has that saying anywhere. What does it mean to walk in another man's shoe? The phrase to walk in another man's shoe means to put oneself, yes, in someone else's situation or position in order to understand their experiences, thoughts, and emotions better. It's a metaphor for developing empathy and by imagining how another person might feel or what challenges they might face, essentially seeing things from their perspective. This saying encourages compassion and understanding, suggesting that one's judgments should be reserved until one has experienced what someone else has gone through. That's a beautiful one, huh, Santosh? So nice. And it's true. It's like we might think of that empathy for souls if they're just struggling or they're just being, out of it. But also empathy could be like, even if it looks like somebody's doing great, they're soaring, they seem like everything is fine in their lives. Sometimes I have to wonder, what is it like to be Warren Buffett or Mukesh Ambani or Nita Ambani, who's a hero for me? What's it like to be them, And then you got to realize they've got to be putting in their fair share of things too. I think we need to practice that more so we can become beautiful, beautiful beings on the planet. My pure wishes are with you, and let me check and see who my friends are online today. How is that? Let me check and see who's out there and how everyone is doing. And I would love to put your comments in the link if it's possible. I would love to hear from you. Hi, Dinesh. Thank you for being there for us. Hi, Anita. Journey of Courage. Evie and Anita. Om Shanti. More power to you. You all must have heard me when I said everybody came in and didn't pay any attention to me. I'm kidding. They were all great. Big celebration to Sister Indu from Nepal, who came yesterday morning, and I was telling Antonia, it's Indu that brought Sister Gita back, I'm sure. Hi, Sue. Thank you for your blessings. Yes. And hi, Maria Ireland. So good to have you back. I think I remember you from Spiritual Vaccine or Next Normal in the evening. Samantha, hi. Om Shanti. Hey, Beth. Hey, Love Sea Salt. Travel Kwa, I think. Lavanya, Om Shanti. Nice to have you. Madhavi, good to have you and see you. Dr. Madhavi, who came, thank you. I really appreciated you coming all the way to see Sister Gita. Gurminder, Good morning. Om Shanti, my sweet sister. And Yukti, thank you so much for joining us today. Divya, Aurora, and Nina, so nice that you can join us. Again, everyone, please make sure you take care of your loved ones. When we thought that Sister Gita was transitioning, I felt so much peace, and many of us in the family, we felt so at peace because we knew we did everything good for her. Like we knew we've done right to her. There were no regrets that I didn't give enough, I didn't love enough. One thing I must say, I was putting together a video for her while I was on the flight coming back. And I have to tell you this. So as I was going through the pictures and the memories on the phone, and I was seeing the body, I was looking at her body and all the memories before the dementia came in and she declined. Within the last 3 years, the decline has been very obvious. I would feel emotions, like I was getting emotional, and my emotions was, oh, what a unique soul. Oh, it used to bother me when she would just get up and dance in the middle of nowhere. And I was just thinking, oh, but that was just so special about who Sister Gita is. And then the moment I pivoted my thoughts to, she's God's child. She's great. Her soul never dies. She'll find us again. I know that. I was free. The body, the connection, the relationship, the memories, emotions. I pivoted to the soul. She's God's child. She's immortal. She never dies. She'll find us again. I was free. It's two different emotions. So I just wanted to offer that to you today. I'm not sure if it'll help anyone out there today. But we live on. Treat your loved ones right. That's my message today. Take care of yourselves. See you again tomorrow.
Have you been feeling overwhelmed, stressed, out of balance lately? Do you crave for a pocket of peace and tranquility in your busy life, but you struggle to find the time or space? Then we have the perfect solution for you. Meditation on Wheels. It's an RV sanctuary traveling in the metropolitan Washington D.C. area, offering transformative meditation experiences. It's a movable oasis of calm at your doorstep. Book us today to come to your business, school, government space, or event. Why? We bring the calm to you. meditationonwheels.com